Hello, and welcome to We Hate Skill Windows, a podcast about hating skill windows and, I don't know, reviewing things and whatnot. This week we are reviewing Revenge of the Iron-Blooded Sword Hound. Not to be confused with, I don't know, Revenge of the Iron-Blooded Orphans, which is definitely not a thing. But that was a good Gundam series. Anyhow, as usual, a brief overview of this webtoon. Uh, hmm. A man is raised by his family to become a hound. He's raised as the Baskerville family, who for some reason their whole theming and all the names and stuff have something to do with dogs, really. Um, and he's raised to be a hound. A hound is just basically an assassin for the family. He's a legitimate son, which means he doesn't have the trainings of the main family. He is also treated like shit. Um, but basically, he's not treated well. However, he persists. He becomes a sword master. And then I think it was like at age like 30 or 40, he got rewarded with death uh, because he knew too much. And as he lies there about to get himself killed, he like curses the world as most people would, and thinks to himself, "Oh man, if only I had a chance to start over." And then he, he his eyes, I don't know, close, and when he opens them, he's a kid again. He's a baby. And yeah, he's been brought back somehow, not really explained how, to when he was a kid. Except he's got all the memories of a grown man. And he's just gotta use that to traverse his world and his main burning wish, which is to kill Hugo Baskerville, who is the current patriarch of the family. It's a pretty typical revenge plot, really.
I don't get why he doesn't just like walk up to Hugo in his sleep and just go slit his throat. Like I feel like he's
Well,
not
for
he's not thinking about this the best way.
wait. You think Hugo would just let him do that? I'm pretty sure
I
Hugo
think.
would like fight him, right? You think he can like fight the whole family by himself though? Pretty sure he'd
I
like
mean,
die doing that.
could get his wish. Plus, I mean,
I
what's
mean,
this whole nonsense about trying to like he wants to like fight him in like 1v1 combat and beat him honorably. I mean, this guy like spent his past 30 like I don't understand.
he
It just
like
feels
points
like
his sword at Hugo. Hugo, come down here, fight me in League of Legends. ARAM, 1v1, first person to take the tower wins. If I win, I
I'm
get your
just like
entire state.
maybe he
Oh
doesn't have to
god.
like do it like in a way like he could probably figure out like a faster way to do this. Like he's grown up like what like 14, 15 years now. Like this is the slowest murder I've seen in a hot minute.
What? I mean, hold on. So, I mean, yes, but also like I believe the idea. I mean, granted, I'm not one of these protagonists. I believe the idea would probably be like, I want to like ruin this man. Like, I want to like screw over every plan he's got, and then like humiliate him, and then like kill him or something. I feel like the idea is always to like, because I feel like, doesn't he say this a lot? Like, your plans won't go the way you want them to, haha. Uh,
I mean, they've been going the right way for the past 15 years. This kid's been alive.
no,
I'm
no, 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 no.
I'm
He
just
burned the
saying
book.
this
He
is
burned the book slightly. And oh boy, it'll stop him from getting the 10th technique. Ooh.
oh
Yeah.
wow. I'm just this
Oh
kid is
boy.
taking the longest path toward victory he can possibly
Well, he
imagine.
died when he
Like,
was, what, like 30 last time? So technically he's doing
yeah.
fine. He's got another 15 years to boil more plants.
Oh, this is horrible. I'm just looking at this guy. So your one goal in life is to kill this guy, and here you are, I don't know, not doing that for 15 years. Plus, if he killed him as a kid, No one would blame the baby.
Wait, hold on. You think the kid would be able to kill Hugo?
Oh yeah.
No, no fucking wait. No,
Oh
there's no
yeah.
way. What do you
I
mean?
I bet the 3-year-old could have walked up, slit the
No,
guy's throat, walked
absolutely
away.
not. Hugo was
Oh
a
yeah.
sword or a master at that point. You think he could have? Like, yes,
I
at like
don't think.
what, at 8 years old, he mastered like the third technique. I'm pretty sure Hugo was already like on his ninth technique or something.
I think Hugo was probably would have been defenseless if he was asleep.
What? Wait, huh?
Yeah.
The baby
I
strangled two vipers in his sleep. You think Hugo can't strangle a baby in his sleep? Wait,
I
what?
thought I'm saying if Hugo was asleep, I bet the 3-year-old could have slit his throat.
You think Hugo doesn't have bodyguards?
Not against the 3-year-old.
Huh?
I don't think he does have bodyguards either, actually.
He's got the butler. Old ass butler guy.
Probably has to sleep too.
Okay, wait.
I'm
Do
just
you.
saying, this guy also
This
had
isn't a
15 years to
family of
figure this out.
assassins. You think the family of assassins would not have contingency plans against a kid who wants to go rogue?
I mean, he was also like the shining star. Like, I think everyone trusted him.
I Are you sure he was the shining star? Did you not see when
Yeah.
the what are their names, like mid sun, high sun, and low sun or whatever?
So,
Uh, the triplets were like, oh my god, he's the child who was dipped in the sticks for 8 minutes. Oh my god, the fucking dumbass. Like, I'm pretty sure people hated him.
they
They were
didn't
they
believe
were
in
like
the rumors.
jealous.
They thought they was a lie. They just didn't think they were real, true. But I mean, he tamed them real quick. Like literally next panel
I
after
mean,
that.
yes, but like, I I don't think anyone besides the patriarch likes him. Arguably, well, no. After like the whole thing with the guy, and you know, we can talk about how effective young Master Victor's political effects are on the town, but yeah, like aside from that part, like if we're ignoring that part, yeah, okay. So at what was it? I believe at 8 years old he got access to the library, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps theoretically, if he went to murder Hugo, then maybe, but I don't think it would have succeeded the way we think. I don't know. I don't know. I can't gauge power levels in this, especially like how he's just getting sort of like slapped around by a barbarian right now, and for seemingly no real reason. But I can't even tell what's happening anymore. Uh, I believe Hugo should be at least strong enough to. I it's a mess, right? So I refuse to believe, first of all, that Hugo is unaware that at least a few of the sons, at least, don't like him. I refuse to believe that
Probably,
Victor
yeah.
has hid his bloodlust so well that Hugo cannot tell that he is plotting something. I do not believe for a second that this man would not actually think that. Now, granted, I guess Victor's been being like a bloodthirsty little fucker, you know? And like said that one line that he like quoted his dad like straight up, and like some, I don't remember what it was. Like I believe that like something is just mercy, for the mercy is just a word or some shit that like other people will say when they're weaker than me, or whatever the fuck the thing was. You know what I'm talking about, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, and then the dad was like, "Oh, yes, very good. You've learned well, son." So you know, clearly he's got the riz, the trauma riz or some shit. But like, I don't think the dad. I don't understand. You know what? I just don't understand. I've read several other stories like this. Several other stories where like basically like either the character was crippled by his father, and then he like returned back in time, was like, oh fuck, this time for sure I'm gonna kill you, dad. And then like every time they just let the, yeah, they never try to kill. I think the only one that actually tried to like actively get revenge on people like early was the Lord's coins aren't decreasing main
Oh
character.
yeah, like he met the kid, and then the next panel,
Yeah,
boom,
cunts or
insta
whatever.
murdered. I was like, he knows
uh,
what's up. Like
he
you
literally
just go
met
in
his
there and murder
bully.
them.
He went into his room, casted like soundproof magic, and deleted his ass. Like removed him from the world, and then was like, "All right, time to like stage his life." Like I I feel like he's the only one. I don't think anyone else has tried to like actually get rid of someone like that. Now, some have come close. I know in a few of them at least, like they've beat up people. But never quite to the effect of just, yeah, let's just, you were a bitch in my last life. Might as well kill you. Uh, they just don't. No, I mean, what? Victor has killed people,
Yeah.
but they're all like arguably bad people.
Wasn't he an assassin for his father to find the stupid pages of that one book?
He was literally sent by his dad to find the like 8 pages of Slender Man.
I don't think they were like bad people. They were just holding the page.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm talking about like the like sons of nobility that were like abusing the people in the village.
Oh yeah.
And then he like placed their heads on a stake and was like, "Ah, look at that!" And then all of a sudden, crime dropped by 50% or some shit. Oh. I did enjoy
I
it when
like
you sent me that
that.
panel and you were like, "Wow, if only our current administration could do the same."
Like it's
Oh,
so easy. Look.
yeah, maybe Vlad the Impaler was onto something. Maybe when you place people's heads on a spike and slap them in the town square, all of a sudden, that would be like
Wait,
the day anarchy ruled, I think. Oh
that
no,
wasn't
that
even
was
what
no, yeah.
that
Wait,
was
what did he
after.
do? He like put
He
put down like
he
some
he
amount
put
of
a
money, right?
he put a stick into the ground, and he was like, whoever pulls it out first gets 50 million gold coins. And then everyone was like, this has to be a scam. No, I'm not doing it. He's going to kill me or something. And then one little girl comes up, pulls it out, and he gives her the money. And then
Oh
suddenly
boy.
the next panel's like, everyone suddenly trusts the president with his life. He's a god. And then he said, no one does any crime. And then crime fell 50%. It
Ah, yeah, that sounds
was
about
so
right.
good.
If I was Victor, I would literally have the girl be a plant. Yeah.
I was so confused. What was the
Why
line
even
of
make that
reasoning?
real? Stage that shit. Hire the girl. She's actually part of the Baskerville household. I don't know. She's actually also an assassin. She's like, I don't know, young hound or something. It was a. I, I don't know.
It
Man's
was
talented in
wild.
politics, I guess. Can't believe
Freaking
they
wild.
appointed the other guy who's like not actually part of the family, but also has like a dog name. What was his name? Like
Oh, it was
Sheffield or
like
something?
Boston Terrier.
It was some like yeah, some dog brand. But oh no, Chihuahua was his name, I think. Was it?
Oh, the one outside the family. Yeah, I think it
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, because he was like timid and sort of like small, frail man. Yeah. Later on, basically, Victor is tasked with like helping a village, governing it as like an example of something or other. Yeah. Um, and he's given a guy that he should reach out to who's already like trying to manage the town, but the guy's just sort of failing, and people sort of like walk all over him. Uh, but somehow, with the power of arguably, he's ruling through the power of brute force, isn't he? But it's like trustworthy brute force. People like this, I
Yep.
think.
Yeah, people
Yep.
really were like, dang, those heads. I'm like, you
Yeah.
did good, kid.
Yeah. They're like, oh, wow. he punishes the bad people and he gives us money. What else could we ask for? Yeah, we just have to not do crimes anymore. You know, I've been stealing my whole life, but fuck yeah, I'll go pick up a stick and yeah, get money. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, universal basic income, right? Maybe he just implemented a weird universal basic income, but like, not really. It's only for that girl. I don't know. What do you think of the like current arc we're on? The like I got captured barbarians, but I'm actually sort of happy about it.
Um,
It's a weird
I
one, I
don't
think.
know. It's interesting transition to slice of life.
I like the like corporal punishment in the last chapter. I'm
Oh
gonna just like
yeah.
fucking face smashed in, and the girl was like, "He's my slave, damn it!" I swear they go. Can these stories like have one arc without mentioning slaves? I swear to God. Like in this context,
Jeez.
it's sort of fair, I guess. But like, oh my God, these stories cannot thumb in their fucking slaves. I swear to God, like single-handedly, like reinstating slavery with Korean stories. Fuck, man.
Oh,
Like every single Korean
hmm.
or Chinese webtoon that has to deal with like anything. It, these are my friends? No, these are my slaves. Like, uh, this context is probably the most fair I can argue for, uh, because it's like barbarian tribe and they just have slaves, I suppose. But a lot of the times it's like, welcome, these are my friends, and then in like red undertext, slaves. And it's because the main characters are pieces of shit and don't see their allies as genuine allies and treat them as like portable piggy banks and yeah. Well, got any other complaints or do we just go into the ratings and complain more?
Let's just go into the ratings.
Yeah. Let's go right into the ratings. Yay. The art is done by our good old friend Redice Studios. Everyone loves Redice. Everyone knows them, hopefully. The guys that did like solo leveling and a bunch of other good stuff. Uh the art's good. The art's good. Uh
Yeah.
I there's I don't know. Certain Redice series, there's this certain way that they draw that makes you feel sort of hype. Now, I will say most of the hype for some reason is just that Victor is bloodthirsty AF. That's mostly the hype. And the the slow way of revenge story, I suppose. I'll give the art here. I'll give it like a. I'll say an 8. It it's good. I don't know. There was something about solo leveling art that still like genuinely made me feel something insane. Like seeing the shadow soldiers rise up and all that. It just felt
Oh,
powerful, you know? But when Victor does stuff, I mean,
he does
he's a
things.
hound, I guess. But I don't feel the same way. I don't know. Uh, you can correct me with your score if you want, but
I'll also give it an 8. I was still
yeah,
impressed. I still liked it a
it's
lot.
still good art. Definitely still good art, but like, yeah, I don't know. The story, I feel like the story's a bit of a mess. Um, I, you know, huge thing that upset me in a way is whoopsie doopsie. It's the big hunt when everyone goes into the forest and hunts something. Oh no, I accidentally traversed into the forbidden zone. Oh boy. I am using the chocolate I got from conveniently a quest that no one thought about, and oh, chocolate's immune poisonous to dogs, to canine species, and oh, I didn't.
Is it like the?
Did you like that plot point?
No, I thought it was stupid. I
I
was like, God, you're really gonna use the chocolate allergy to kill the
like
dogs? All right.
listen. I've got chocolate covered coffee beans in my fridge right now, like whole like coffee beans, pretty good. Um, I like take one or two and then I chew them on my way to work, and that keeps me awake for the whole day. It's like if I took that, but like I went to like I don't know, I would say like you go to like a a store and you buy cacao's beans, and you're like, all right, perfect. And then you like run into the woods and you're like, ah, yes, there's the Cerberus or whatever, and in whatever hallucination world we're pretending here. And you start just rubbing like chocolate into the stick you're holding. And you're like, oh man, now I'm gonna toss this special stick and it's gonna poison him with the power of chocolate. In the first place, these are monsters. Yes, these are canine in nature, but why the fuck would this still work?
Yeah. It
This,
was.
this is what, like, human logic, right? Like, IRL people knowledge, right? Like, chocolate's
Yeah.
bad for dogs. Or is chocolate actually fatal for dogs? I'm not actually sure. I don't have not have had a dog, or tried to feed them chocolate. I know it's like not good for them, but I don't know if it kills them. That seems a little harsh.
It's fairly
I would
rarely
assume it
fatal.
like triggers some sort of bad reaction in them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, but this is like ingrained in IRL. I just fantasy is fantasy for a reason, but here he is using like real life logic to defeat fantasy things. I would understand it if there was more fourth wall breaking, but this guy is fully cemented in this world. It's a stupid plot point. And what's more stupid is that for some reason the patriarch's like, yeah, sure, yeah, works for me. It doesn't question that further. It's like, oh yes, I'm very proud of you. I would be like, something's up. Like, how does this kid know this knowledge? I think I ask this every time there's a regression plot. How do these people not realize that these kids or whatever they regress to are so vastly different from their, now granted he like regressed to a kid, so I suppose they just never realized that he was a little off, until it was a bit too late. But also the whole thing about, oh, there's a hidden dungeon, and oh, what's one when you come in and two when you stand in the chamber. Fucking hell, man. It's, you know what it is? It's convenient. It's very convenient that he got Beelzebub. It's very, very convenient. There's no other way to put it. Why was he the only one that somehow came across this? Clearly, the family even knows about this place. You're telling me no one besides this like 8-year-old kid was able to figure out the secrets of this dungeon that's been plaguing the family for years? I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. The power is also way too OP. And I refuse to
Yeah.
believe that somehow no one understands what Beelzebub's capable of. That's what fucks me up more. Like when Victor's like fighting the orc later, because he wants to
When
like
he
show
summons
off.
the sword onto his goddamn wrist, everyone's like, yeah.
well, not only that, but when he's like using some ability to stop the orc's regeneration, the dad's like, but man, the orc must be defective. No, no, wait, you. That's your reaction? Are you not thinking, wait, orcs are known for being regenerative. Why the fuck is it not regenerating? You don't think that? You know the orc's fine. You should know the orc's fine. I just. It. It's all very sus. If this was Among Us, I feel like I'd try to like. I wouldn't stick with Victor, you know? I'd pick someone else to
Oh
stick
yeah.
with. If Victor walked behind me at comms or something, I'd leave. Uh, man sus. Kid sus. He's and I like I suppose like the current arc is him being like, well, maybe it's not that bad. We can use this to like escape the supervision of my strict clan. Why are they so lax about it? Why aren't they going to find him more? How long has it been since you've been captured by barbarians? Has it been a while, or has it just not been that long? I. It seems like he's been there for at least like a week or so, and they haven't really
Oh
done
yeah.
anything. We haven't like seen them send out like search forces. They know he went missing when the mommy long legs or whatever attacked. But you think they would just believe he died conveniently without a trace of body?
I
I
would have
wouldn't.
thought at least Camus would have like went searching for him, like his
Yeah,
lover with magic lady.
people liked him at this point.
Oh.
I, it's awfully convenient, is what it is. I He's got some real plot armor BS protecting him from both his dad and also the rest of the world. Um, Art's good, stories sort of meh. This is pretty good common trend for these stories, I think. I mean, it's sort of enjoyable. I don't hate the current arc. It's sort of weird slice of life ish. I don't like the abuse, I suppose, but I I don't know. There's a lot of ways to portray barbarians in media, I suppose, but well, once again, we've got like a sort of brown skinned tribe being barbarians, and the white people are civilized. Uh, Not saying anything, Korea, but what the fuck? So I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
hate the author, the
It just feels
author's twist.
convenient. Everything that happens feels like, oh wow, we're in the magic territory. Oh boy, and then fucking triplets on the magic girl side. Why? What are these characters even here for?
I thought that was funny
So
actually. I
so
liked that.
stupid. Oh, there's 3 of them. Oh, they act the same as these fuckers. And you're gonna tell me like in the future they get married and have a like 6-tuplet family, aren't you?
Oh, you're probably right. Honestly, they probably get married with each other.
Yeah, and probably like each of them, like the high one gets with the high girl gets with high boy, and like, oh man, what the hell? What are you guys doing?
I thought that was funny and cute.
Really?
Uh,
I thought it was a little stupid, is what I thought, but well, what did you think about the story?
I I was a bit. Every time the main character did anything that was supposed to be like, oh, he's really using his knowledge and wits, I was like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
What about when he was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I accidentally put the magnifying glass on the the book, and it burned
It
slightly.
burned. It
He didn't even like
burned.
burn most of it. The book's like mostly intact. It's just got like a little welt on the cover. I swear to God. He's like, oh, whoopsie. Like, I would have said whoopsie if I like burned down the library, you know? But
Yeah.
I,
He didn't even have
apparently
to say anything, honestly.
he really
I don't know
didn't.
why.
I don't even know why he explained it. And the guards were like, "Oh my God, Victor, my young master Victor is so kind to us workers. Oh my God, he's so noble." Where did you guys get that impression from? He
Yeah.
literally caused harm to the library and was like, "Hey guys, you can keep a secret, right?" Smile. Like, is it then not more of a threat than being nice to you? Is everyone in this family just sort of stupid?
I think, yeah, I just don't like how any of the interactions unfold. Every time I see anything this main character does, I'm always like, all right. So it's either fighting or impossible logic. Understood.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, we've got the one character is like, oh, well, you're my future husband. Oh, blah, blah. Like, you're perfect. We always have to have one, and they're always like, if this is the swordsman family, then this is the magic daughter. Uh,
Yeah.
it's generic. That's what it is. But don't let that distract you. What would your story score be?
I'll give it
Ooh, for the
a.
four?
It's either a 4 or 5. I'm trying to think of. Oh, it was a. No, I'll give it a 4. I was actively like
Ooh, oh
when he
boy.
drove the stick in the ground and then crime went down by 50%. I was so mad. I was like, you stuck a stick in
Listen,
the ground and crime went down by 50%.
I think we should try this IRL. We should campaign on like the sword in the stone rule. If you pull this sword out of the stone, we'll give you $1,000. No, sorry, $1,000 won't avert crime. I'll give you $1,000,000.
Yeah, that'll
For
avert
every
crime.
person that pulls this sword out of the stone, and we'll reset this in every like 10 minutes. We'll give each of you $1,000,000. Yeah, that'll stop crime. That yeah, that wouldn't work. Um, that I don't think that'd work.
I like how they gave the little girl a little backstory too. She was like, my mom's
Yeah,
dad is
yeah,
sick, and
yeah, yeah. They did.
I have to be here." And I'm just like, why does this random side character get a backstory when half of the main characters don't?
Cause you feel worse for the kid, and you're like,
Uh,
oh yeah, go enjoy your money, kid. And you ignore the fact that she probably got like ambushed right after and just like got everything stolen from her. She's probably still
Apparently,
living
Victor
really
sent a
sad.
bodyguard with her.
Yeah, well, I don't trust it.
Eh,
She's gonna waste that money and live a sad, sad life.
honestly, most people who get large influxes of money go bankrupt afterward.
Yeah, and usually when people win the lottery IRL, like, don't they usually like either get into like disputes with family over it, or like still like lose friends and family over it? Is
Yeah,
that everyone's like,
basically.
ah, give me a cut. Yeah, that's what it is. The characters. How much do you like Victor, Chris?
Uh,
How good of
I
an
don't
MC is
hate
he?
him. I don't like hate him, I guess.
Hmm.
He's kind of does stupid things.
I think Victor's a solid like 5 out of 10 protagonist. Maybe a 6 on a good day. He's
Yeah.
I just I don't understand how no one has sensed his fucking bloodlust. That's really it. There's no chance people have not noticed this. He literally exudes bloodlust in like every scene we see him. I refuse to believe that people are just like, oh yes, he's just a bright young hound. I refuse. Uh And then like the girl's fine, I guess. She's I suppose understandably angry about what the natives did to her family. A little stupid, a little naive, you could say, but she's a kid, and Victor's literally lived like 40 years at this point.
Yeah.
Um, Hugo's a little dumb for someone who like supposedly did so much, but Victor's a lot stronger in his new life, I suppose. Because it took him like until age 30 last time to like get to where he was like when he was 8 this time. So he's really made up for
Uh,
like quite a while of training, which is good. I feel like that's pretty neat. I don't know. I Chihuahua was cool.
was he?
It's sort of like a weird, spineless backbone character. Yeah, it's pretty fair. You know, not saying he's like similar to modern day politicians or something, but he was it's pretty cool. Take that for what you will. I'm gonna stop talking. Um, I don't know. And then the current barbarian arc. I, it, it's neat, I guess. Because if we consider the fact that the barbarians, in fact, probably did not know about the chocolate trick, and yet they still managed to win the Cerberus, then they're just weirdly strong, right?
Yep.
Because it took Victor Chocolate to kill the Cerberus, and like
He,
seven step Mamba poison or some shit,
yeah.
but like it was already wounded from fighting barbarians, but Victor couldn't even damage it. So these barbarians are just like, next thing you know, they're gonna be like, oh, these barbarians know how to use hockey. They've been using like uh reinforcement hockey this whole time or something. Like, I don't understand what the barbarian secret is. I don't. But apparently, who would have thought mages are bad at close range combat? Who would have fucking thought?
Well,
Uh, not these mages apparently. Um, huh. How much do I like these characters? They're not horrible. They're not great. They're not horrible. Trying to think because like I feel like I rated like Super Evolution characters probably like a 4 or a 5 maybe. So it should be higher than that, hopefully. But not too high. A 6 then. It's the highest my brain can allow.
uh, I'll give them a 4.
Yeah, you could go lower. It's my personal scale. Ooh, the skill windows out of 10. Yes, the score. Were there skill windows in
There were
this?
no skill windows.
Not really. There really weren't. 0 skill windows out of 10. All right. And final score, which is gonna be some number here. Only I was able to do math correctly. 8 plus 5 plus 4.5 divided by 30 is, oh, I think this is a repeat score. Uh, did we not just rate Druid the same score? Is that
What
a
was the score?
5.83?
Ooh.
I feel like we just gave Druid the same score. This is on par with Druid? Damn, feels bad. It's definitely got good art, but like, uh, I mean, to be fair, this thing's only got like 20 something chapters right now. So it definitely has like potential to get better. Druid had like 100 more chapters and it still got only 5.83. So, you know, we're being generous, I think, maybe. or being mean.
Yeah.
Either or, I
We're not
suppose.
being mean. I swear to God, I saw him drive the stake in the ground and time went down by 50%.
I,
That was a plot point the author tried to argue with us.
it it certainly was. Yeah, you are correct about that one. You know, maybe someone should like campaign for this IRA. Put this stick in the ground, and whoever pulls it out will get $1,000. And we'll do this for anyone who wants to pull it out. And somehow, crime fell by 50%. Is that not just like, you know, ice cream sales were up this year, and shark deaths went up as well. They must be correlated. Is it not like this shit? You know, like something you learn in the stats, and like these things are actually not correlated, but like you think they are, and you like I don't know. There's some name for it. My brain's too stupid to know though. Anyway, that probably concludes this rating. Chris, it is your turn, I believe. Where are you sending us? Where will we go? Do we know, Cotton Eye Joe? Oh, robotics time. Where are we going?
Oh, okay, what about
What you think you haven't read? I feel like you usually go for the
uh,
ones you haven't read, right?
the novels extra?
Remake? That one?
Yeah.
Oh boy! We're in for a fun time. Alright. The novels extra in parentheses remake. Oh boy. Kim Haijin or Hajin is his name this time. I don't even know what color to make this. We'll just do some sort of neutral looking color. And we'll see you next time, I suppose. Oh, yes, before I forget, if you for some reason enjoy the series, and I hope that there's at least someone that does, yeah, I don't know, leave a like on the video and comment if you want to see some particular thing be torn apart by us. And yeah, please, engagement. I don't know, YouTube enjoys engagement or something? Uh, yeah, I don't know. I've got to like put this thing on Spotify or something. I have to figure this out. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Thank you.